And an inauspicious start from O'Sullivan, going in off the break. That's pretty unusual. Oh, what about that? Brilliant. Just about wriggled that pink in.
Yeah, it doesn't overhit its shots. You see there now.
I've just got a feeling.
16.
Our safety's superb, it really is, by any standard. It's very good, and Ronnie's going to have to work hard for his chances.
Lost early last week to Alex Ursenbacher at the British Open in Milton Keynes. The third time he's lost to Ursenbacher in 3 major meetings. He has beaten him.
Excellent. Excellent shot.
Another good pot. Became the youngest player to do that. But she'll be disappointed to have missed that one at the top of his game and at the top of the game. Still the world #1. Judd Trump had the chance to. And this is a bit of a shaky start from O'Sullivan. In off the break, and now
a little bit of running side. The cue ball pushes thick into the object ball.
1.
The table has certainly looked conducive to heavy scoring already. Again, well cued against O'Sullivan and Rhian Evans, 3-1.
Ronnie, 14. 1.
And he's so quick, as I say, settling.
5.
Enjoying his 6th spell. That accolade back in 2002-03, 20 years ago. He'll be 47 in December. It's a better shot than it looked, wasn't it? Because it was ultra thin.
Only has 1. Brilliant shot.
$25.
Slightly
33.
shaky start, going in off the break and then missing.
$41. 49. 54.
She's going to go through in her first couple of seasons as a pro, learning that
61.
you will be punished in this. That's where you have to, you're almost forced into tightening up in areas.
He started this frame with that superb long-range red and had 3 scoring chances, managed to put together, proved to be enough. O'Sullivan misses to get the frame on the board, but there's a long way to go. Frame 2 of a possible 9, first to 5 to go through to that meeting with Neil Robertson in the semi-finals. That match will take John Higgins and Marco Fu coming up tomorrow morning at 6:30 UK time on Eurosport 2 and Discovery Plus. The wake of those eye problems that he had, and then obviously the COVID situation, but played pretty well against Selby. Good to see him cueing well again. Lengthy embrace with Judd Trump at the end of it. Just giving himself some breathing space and running out in a career chock full of them. And of course, Alan, you've been working with O'Sullivan, successes down the years at the Crucible. That
will be out in the next couple of weeks, so yeah, it was just a nice couple of days. And the shop, we were talking about snooker, and it was very relaxed, and he was in. Yeah, I mean, the talent was there for sure. That was obviously undeniable, and but he wasn't.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 33.
Play again. Yeah, that again, feature of her safety play. She thinks well. Understanding the scoreboard and what's required at certain times, she certainly does.
This is obviously an invitational event, but in terms of next year's World Grand Prix Players' Championship and Tour Championship, which of course is the preserve of the top 32, 16 and 8 players on the one-year list respectively. A lot of snooker coming up before Christmas. Mistake from On Yi, catching the jaw of the pocket.
One.
Yeah, it was almost a different. The object ball, hence catching the jaws of the corner.
Yeah, next up here on Eurosport, we've got the series, the Northern Ireland Open, which is the second of the Home Nation Series events being played. There's also the English Open to come in December, in November in Bolton. So there's a lot of big snooker, the world's best, to tune their games up with all that in mind. And of course, so it was well worth the trip for Mark Williams, even though
36. $44. $51.
looks to be queuing very smoothly now. Ran out of position on 33 in this frame, but
59.
and the break continues regardless. Playing on the receptive side. That caught the cushion some way before the red dropped.
It strikes me, O'Sullivan is almost like, in terms of his break building, it's almost like he finds it easy, but there's always a puzzle.
82.
Takes the reds in, something he thinks about deeply.
57.
While making it look ridiculously straightforward. Certainly worked this puzzle out. Been a brilliant break.
93. 100.
Century number 11. Pretty quick time. The one thing that isn't quite going to plan at the moment is the break off. He went. Caught that way too thick. Issues with in the last few seasons.
Yeah, and a long time now, isn't it? He like, you look at him there with his right hand, everything looks correct and proper, obviously. I have no doubt we get to frame 5. Can you get this cue ball releasing? Yeah, kind of half stuck on them, which kind of spin to play on the cue ball like that. So just floating it in, and another, and going full bore into the face of the pink.
And it was because he didn't hit it. Bit of a groan from O'Sullivan as soon as he hit that. He knew it was offline, so has been clinical in winning the first couple of frames. But it's all part.
One.
A bit of revenge for losing the title match in this event when it was last staged 5 years ago.
8.
It's not gone to plan. Another. Well, it thought about staying up, didn't it? But belatedly dropped and.
19.
He goes in and out of that mood, doesn't he? You know, yeah, he could just about reach it for the moment.
25.
I think. Whichever way he chooses to play it.
26.
Also, just thinking there, he'd get to maybe spend a bit of time on the table with Ronnie.
Supportive of the women's game. He's very keen to see it get as strong as it possibly can, to be given all the opportunities necessary to get the experience they need at this level to be able to compete. I'm sure you're right, that's exactly what he would look to do.
Yeah, and I've got, because it carries so much weight, because he's the guy that's saying it, a bit of time on the table. For example, but he likes to play punch shots. There's another. So he likes to hit the cue ball with a bit of force, because it's good for just the way that you feel.
Warner's Open, 59. And
Yet another in the second semi-final. Ronnie, who practices regularly with Marco Fu here in Hong Kong, the British Open this season. Oh, that is just so well cued. He made I guess the question now, Alan, is just how long he can maintain. Real signs are there that his game is in any way waning?
No, not at all. If anything, I think he enjoys it more than he ever has. It's like this here. They'll push a red near. See here, a little glance cannon. Just
doing punditry or whatever else it is that he enjoys away from just that you mentioned. And to win Stephen Maguire and John Higgins in the semi-finals, and then of course Judd Trump in the final, a player who's the way he won it, the calibre of player he beat to win it.
So like this here, you could roll it in on and off the cushion.
37.
Likes going deep on the cue ball. See that nice punch to get the reds open. Game, when you look deeply at it, I remember him actually, he played Anthony McGill one year at the UK Championship, and Anthony asked Ronnie, said, "Is there anything that you see in my game?" There's another punch on and off cushion just to get the blood. So when you kind of study him,
59.
Championship League, but break-offs, this has been pretty immaculate stuff from O'Sullivan. And Ronnie is on the wrong end of it.
match, of course we do, but in terms of the crowd, I just lost the cue ball there, because when you see it live, it's something to behold.
Warner 81 and 96.
O'Sullivan just owning up to a foul there, but 5. And there's another one, beautifully cued. As I mentioned, a couple of 80-plus breaks to get the better of Wu. It's difficult, isn't it, when you've had so little table time.
One. Eight.
Oh, and the pink's on to it.
14.
The pink's maybe going to be tied up.
21.
See, the cue ball almost dies off the cushion. The top spin
27.
sort of turns into...
What a lovely... shape his game was in when he went in off the break with his opening shot of the match and then missed a short-range pink shortly after that. But since then, barely put a foot wrong.
39. $45. 51.
Yeah, this has not been a straightforward break, has it? Of prime position, but you wouldn't have thought so, the way in which he retrieved things. And there goes the match for Ronnie O'Sullivan. It's been an exhibition of snooker brilliance. Ronnie will look back on the first frame where she's been reduced to spectator, really. One or two half chances, nothing more than that. But O'Sullivan has done this. And what a semi-final we have in store against Neil Robb. The time as the best experience of his professional career, playing in front of three. Morrow's last four encounter with the Rocket. Magnificent.